Sometimes in Shinobi Striker, you just want a content creator to get right to the point and give you the best range build. Just give you the build and show a little bit of gameplay. Well, today, guys, I got that for you in spades. Let's not waste any of your time. Let's get into the video.
Oh my god.
I might act cool. I lost gang members, I can't act cool. I got gang scriptures in my tattoos. I was running from the police in my trap shoes. Posted trying to flip 100, I come back fool.
I'm gonna make 3 tiers for the best range builds possible. One without DLCs, one where you only have one DLC, and if you have multiple DLCs. You're gonna grab Amaterasu here. It's a free jutsu from the Itachi VR Master, which you can get from leveling up Sasuke as a VR Master. What this does is burn your opponent and lowers their defense. This is your first jutsu as a ranged fire style flame bomb. You should have this as soon as you get in the game, and as close as you can, power it up, and you can now, with the newest patch, you can do it double, and sometimes people can hit multiples with it. Shadow Clone is also a free ninjutsu substitution that allows you to sub very far so you don't get beat on anymore. By far one of my favorite ultimates in all of Shinobi Striker, Totsuka Blade from the Itachi VR Master. You have a chance to hit somebody twice, and you can hit multiple people with a long sword attack with the Totsuka Blade. Here's the whole rundown for you, running the Kusanagi sword, which you can pick up from the 1010 shop right now as long as you have enough Ninja Tool Senbon for our skills, Ninja Tool damage and Ninja Tool cooldown. We're going to be spamming since you're probably a newer player. Go ahead and spam that Senbon and learn how to do your Kusanagi sword combos. So the Flame Bullet, as I like to call it, is a 7-second cooldown that you get 2 jutsus of, and as soon as you get your Amaterasu, basically you should have 2 new jutsus, and if you get even closer, it'll be a crazy amount of damage. So throw that Amaterasu, throw a couple of Senbon, and you'll have Amaterasu to finish all your kill. You don't even really have to pay attention. Pop that Amaterasu on somebody that's hard knocked. Go ahead and use your Flame Bullet afterwards because it does lower the defense, and Flame Bullet does not have a burn effect afterwards, so your Amaterasu burn will still be there and the lower defense will still be in there. So you can just spam your Senbon since, again, you are a new player. Not only does Totsuka Blade kill your opponent, most likely it also knocks them out from the game for a long period of time. The new Flame Bullet patch is crazy in how fast you can get it, and also do practice your Kusanagi combos because you can absolutely go crazy with them, and as soon as you get done with the Kusanagi combo, you're gonna have that Flame Bullet to finish off your kill. Now let's say you bought a DLC, so we're gonna go with Amaterasu. We know about it already. Buy the Madara DLC because Destroyer Flame is gonna be pretty much the best jutsu for ranges. Highly recommend that you get Time Space Hop, but Shadow Clone Jutsu is a really good substitution. You can actually seal everyone's jutsus and ultimates with Shikigami Dance Storm from the Conan VR Master. Again, we're going to be using the Kusanagi sword. Highly recommend that you grab it, Senbons, and there are the stats for you. Majestic Destroyer Flame is by far the most powerful jutsus for ranges. I highly recommend that you get it. Now, Amaterasu, I highly recommend that you do not use it way before you use your Destroyer Flame because Destroyer Flame does have a burn effect and it will override the Amaterasu, and you don't want that. But please do practice your Kusanagi combos, especially with this build, because we are not going to be practicing too much with the Senbon Zakura spams here. You're gonna have to do a little bit of combo wombos and a little bit reliance on your ninjutsu, but that's okay because we got you a good build, not like the other one that is okay. You get what I'm saying? Kusanagi combos are super important because your jutsus might be on cooldown, so I do have a tutorial on that. I highly recommend that you do check it out so you can do something like that. Shikigami Dance Storm has a huge range that will seal the ultimates and jutsus of your opponents unless the healer uses a cellular extraction or the Uchiha Flame your Konan ult there. Have you ever been playing with a team or just playing with a bunch of randoms and one of your randoms is getting jumped? Well, Majestic Destroyer Flame is one of the best jutsus to get multiple people off of your healer or defense range, whatever you're defending, my guy. But listen to me right now, be a little bit careful because if you do hold that Majestic Destroyer Flame, somebody could either ult you or you're basically a sitting duck for any jutsus, or basically a counter to your Majestic because you do stand still and you can't move while you're using the Majestic Destroyer Flame. But Amaterasu is a really good stun animation as well, and you can actually use it as a combo extender. Inferno Style Flame Lightning is from the Sasuke Boruto DLC. I highly recommend that you do get it. It is an Inferno Style pull that will make your opponent burn and lower their defense and also pull them away, and it also pitfalls people. We've talked about Fire Style Majestic Destroyer Flame. I highly recommend that you get it. I talked about in great detail Time Space Hop in my ranking of substitutions. It's by far the best best and most used in Shinobi Striker. No Kami is an Inferno-style Chidori that rips through your opponents using a Susanoo wing. We're going to be using Sasuke's Ninja Blade from the Boruto DLC as well, guys. This is the same Kusanagi combos. We're going to be using Senbon, and here are those stats. A lot of great ranges actually use Inferno-style flame control for a combo extender. So if you do a Kusanagi combo, a lot of people will use the Inferno style flame control to basically finish their kill, because then they're going to use Senbon right after it. So time space hop will make you invincible after a few seconds after substituting, and also lower your ninjutsu cooldown. You can pick this up from literally Sasuke the Last Battle DLC, which we're fighting right now. Practice, practice, practice in the pit as long as you can. Now listen, you can do your Kusanagi combos into that Inferno style flame lightning. It lowers their defense, and then do a few Senbon, and they should be dead unless it's God's will. Now, I do recommend that you do use time space hop, because we want that ninjutsu cooldown. Again, you just have to practice that Kusanagi combo, and I have a video on that as well. Flame lightning is super easy, especially into that light, into the stun, and then do a few Senbon, and now you can basically kill anybody with Majestic. It's real easy. You have a wide variety of combos that you can do with this build. We didn't talk too much about No Kami. Now, No Kami, to be honest with you, is a bit tricky. You have to hit it from a mid-range, and if you don't kill somebody immediately, they will have a huge burn effect, because they do have an Inferno style, so their defense is lowered and they're burning tremendously. So you can hit a Majestic, and it most likely will one-shot them as well. And I highly recommend that you do use pull on time space hop. It'll pull people out of time space hop. Even if you don't pull them to the Inferno style flame lightning or black thorns, it still will pull them out for anybody else to combo. You will be stuck in the animation for a long period of time after you do it. Last little bit of information real quick before we head out here, guys. You cannot take people out of Susanoo armor with this build, but what we can do is take people out of time space hop, and they have a lower defense, so defenses out here are gonna look stupid when we hit them with that Majestic and win the game each time. You're probably saying, hey, I want to see you play other people with these builds, and you're 100% right. Listen to me right now. I wanted to break it down for you real slow and show you that against bots, you have to practice these combos and can't just go into survival, and you just can't go into NWL or quick match and be like, yeah, I want to be a goat at this. No, sir, you're going to have to practice just like I am, and all you have to do is go to survival exercise and go to practice, and you can fight the bots too, and you can sit there and train just like me. All right, you can be the best ranged build in Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker yourself, and you don't even have to practice that much. You just have to go to survival and make sure you know what you're doing. Again, there's all sorts of build videos, all sorts of tutorials on my channel. Check them out, and guys, I'll see you in the next one. Keep suggesting builds. We're getting to them eventually.